Hello, now then, and welcome back. This is episode 14 of the Iron Teeth Iron Glide playthrough. We are in the mostly towards the back end of a drought, with 8 days to go. We are probably going to see this area dry out quite quickly this episode before the water comes back, but we are in a great situation with the water here. So we pretty much pumped this dry as this little reservoir here has been keeping us afloat, so to speak, for keeping the colony properly watered. That is watering the beavers and the plants up here. So we have 1 million tons of corn and rations and everything. So while we're not particularly great when it comes to foodstuffs these guys could be eating, we are pretty much safe, quote unquote. In fact, there goes the water. Safe, quote unquote, for feeding them. This corn's never going to run out up here. And this is at the point whereby I'm not too bothered about leaving these water pumps on either. And that keeps these crops going for the most part. These will just about last. Yeah, just. These will die, which is going to be unfortunate. I think it may be an idea to splash these, potentially, just to keep them going. So let's see, can we do anything funky with that? It's a fluid dump. We put one there. We could probably do with... Can we rip one of these out? I'm not so sure. Let's just see. Demolish resources. Rip that out. With the highest humanly possible, beaverly possible priority. This may be hubris, but let's see. So last time, while they work on that, we've laid out a bit more in this area, moved the gathering of metal up here, as this is pretty much nearly done. So I've had 1 million beavers here ripping this out because I want to move the housing up to this top area away from here. So we're going to do something similar to this, and if you watch the other series, there was also something done similarly there with a little city housing complex thing. It's probably a bit too small for what we needed, but it housed pretty much all the beavers we'd ever need. So with that, we're going to copy that theory up here. Just see how much is left. 50, 16. This is not too much. We could probably need that moving elsewhere. Oh good. So that's... Theory is sort of working. It's probably going to waste a lot of water, but let's get enough of these green to back up and we'll pause them. But it's a lot of water to waste, but still, I think it's worth it. As the fruits will give the beavers some additional benefits. So that will need babysitting, tragically. Anyway, where were we? So our scrap metal is pretty much full. Up here anyway. There's 2 little things for them to sit in, warehouses. I don't think there's anywhere else for them to go to. Wishful thinking on metal blocks on my part there. But never mind. Yeah, so we are going to need to put some more in. So let's just get this done while we can. So from a dynamite perspective, I think we have everything. Okay, we don't. That was a total lie. So let's just do that, and let's pay the piper for that. And then we can just put another long line of warehouses in here. So hopefully they can get that done pretty quick. They're probably concentrating on these bits up here and probably this thing here. So we started this last time as well. So with this, it was going to increase the flow through here. Whether it makes that much of a difference, I'm not so sure. I don't know how much these are spitting out. I believe it's usually 3 by default, but I don't know what this map's set to, as I didn't check before I started building them, and I am not deleting it now. While we wait for them to get that done, scrap metal is hopefully being used to make us some metal, which I think has been sunk directly into here, which it is looking at, which is fine. This is going to be a right pain to deal with, but we'll sort it. Yeah, we will get the benefit of the mangroves there, so that's good, I suppose. How long's left? 3.6 days, so we only have to babysit this for a little bit longer. That is chewing through a lot of the water though, which is not ideal. But they die in... they die in 15 days. In that case, let's just ignore this problem altogether. The water ought to be long back. I must have... Wait a minute. Why does that say 6? That says 16. Aha, right, okay. Am I missing something here? Anyway, we're less than 6 days away, so I'll take that as a win. I think something's broken there, but never mind. Good, so these are in, so kaboom these. And get rid of those, and get rid of that, and storage. Let's just chuck some more scrap down here. Let's just prioritise that, so they can get that sorted quicker than everything else. Yeah, I'm deeply confused now about that, but never mind. So we're coming up here. So we will clear out all of this very shortly. What we can start to do is greenify the area, because we're going to need that for definite. So let's landscape us a little bit of greenery. Just get that in for now. We could probably do with... let's just get these in, because then they can get all of that sorted out. Cut these trees down. We did used to have this area marked for cutting before, because we did start cutting them down up here originally. Once we walked up this little mountain path, before we planted all this corn. So, that's still going into here, pretty much. Not much left, and we'll kick all of these out, so that's not going to be a problem. So, the other thing that I wanted to start work on today was looking to make improvements to this power system here. What I would like to do, whether it's possible to do, is to run that all the way through to here. And I'd like to hide it again underneath the floor. So if you saw the previous one, yes, it's a copy, but more importantly than that, it was a power system that worked. So with this constantly running, which I was playing the folktales last time, so these stop in droughts. But now, with the power of these domes, it will work forever, offering us unlimited power. So, similar theory, dig down and then using the tunnels, put them in. Now, the one thing I'm not so sure on is how deep do these need to be. So I'm going to unlock this. So I guess let's just do this somewhere out of the way where they can't build. These are very tall, so it's at least 2. It won't be that. No, it's not 3 either, so... where am I going? Here I am. So it's 4 high just to cover it. Okay, so... in comes the water. We should get some more beavers back into here. Hopefully they'll get those sorted soon. Yes, we lost these crops, but these ones up here will be fine. They're 6 days worth of 16 days, although that's gone down. Weird. Very weird. So that's that spinning, that should go through. Yeah. Looking good. So the mangroves were saved, so that's excellent. That'll probably overspill. I'll wait for them to rip this out. And how far away are we from this? So blocks. We've got not too many left to go, but we should burn through some of that scrap, so that's fine. We do have 8 builders, which surprised me it's taken them this long. But we'll leave them to it. Where were we? This monstrosity here. So we need 4 high, just to get them in. So it's 5 in total. Okay. So I think first things first, we need to get the beavers down into the pit. How wide should we make it? Probably too wide. These are a block, aren't they? Only too wide. Okay, and well, 3 with that. Okay, let's just start digging. So I think this way onwards is probably going to be the best way to go. So to that end, I will just, like all of this ripping out, we'll delete the path if we can. And just start clearing house up this area. We are going to need the dynamite for this as well. Aha, good, they're finally done. So, you are fired, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And if you're bored, you can come into here, 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 and here. So yeah, we're a bit short of jobs, but we need to get this buffer built back up. Got plenty of beds, that's okay. That's that done, so kaboom those. And we're going to need the usual, not that. Just a little sneaky little water dump in here. And that should greenify the area quite nicely. Probably should have built it one more over, but never mind. Let's do a bit of rejigging here. Be a bit more decisive with our designs. So hopefully that will greenify the area for us. These guys should be ripping those trees down. We can wait for that to get sorted. Got just a few more metal blocks on that one, and that should free up our builders for other things. We have balanced out on beavers in jobs actually, so that's quite good. It's probably these guys playing dividends for us. We put these in last time, so we're growing full, ready to go, ready to work beavers. I may chuck another one in just for safety. Lower that down. Well, that was the world's shortest cycle. We got 7 days out of that. Never mind. These should, yeah, all be prioritised, which they are. That's fine. Hopefully that stops some of the overflowing issues there. Good. Right. So we are ready to start blowing giant holes in the side of the mountain. Let's get this unlocked for now. We just need to get down into it, which is going to be a bit painful, I think, but it is what it is. Let's just bite the bullet. Let's just get that in. I'm just going to pause here just 1 second, because I want to make sure. Yes, if we... It's just going to be painful. Thank you very much. Yes, 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 yes. I just really want to lay these in so I can see what they look like. Thank you. So the plan will be to run that all the way down. I've got free camera on, which explains the weird shadows. So if we had this set up, we are going to need to dig down quite deeply. So again, I want to run the bad water just into the side, down in a little trench, and then run it straight that way. So yeah, okay, so if we just keep digging down, I think, and then we'll just need to get some weird ladders in. So eventually the tunnels are going to fix this for us. So let's just take all of this noise, get rid. This and this. Good, right. So that's us back unpaused. We've got, what, 15 more to go in there, so that's fine. Oh yeah, we don't need this anymore, do we? Nice little lab environment down there. Should be fine. So they can rip out this metal here. That's not a problem. We have dynamite up here, which is fine, but I think it's probably best to actually use my eyes and just say this can be for extract. So, with any luck, good, right, so I'd like to empty this, please. They should put those straight down in here. It is connected with a path, so it shouldn't complain too much. What might be worth doing, we'll get too excited with this, is maybe worrying about water depth. So how are these currently on? So we dug down slightly with these last time. But it might be handy to go further. Just scoot over the top, make everyone nauseous. Apologies. Yeah, I think what's going to be a good idea is getting this sorted before we start getting too excited about anything else. So I think it's just because with that we can at least get some more water stored. Not much, but a little bit. We'll need to also add another one there. They cannot get down here yet. That's probably why none of this has ever been done. What a whoopsie. Let's just sort that out with that. Okay, so that's the end of the drought. We are not full as we can be on water, but I'll let them drain this. We have a 26-day drought. Crikey. That's going to be an interesting one for us. So, what's probably going to be a good idea for us to do is pause these. The builders can get around to that as they will. They should go into other jobs, which apparently have a spare beaver, which is nice. Are we fully staffed on all of these? Looks a bit like it, so congratulations. You could go hauling. Let's kaboom these. And landscape me some more. Should be able to reach those. I can't really tell how deep it is, to be fair. Not sure how deep 3 is at this point. I was hoping it would come through, but it doesn't. It's just... That'll take us to there. I think another 3 underneath that, so that's going to be fine. Oh good, all the trees are gone, so you are fired also. So with those, those spare beavers, apologies. Let's get you in there. There is another hauling post somewhere. Not so sure where. I can't remember where I put it. If there's only one, let's have a look. Workplaces. Food dumps, food factories, foresters. That's fine. Shop, hauling post, where are you? Oh, I am blind. Never mind. So we now have a full contingent of hauling posts, and it may be an idea that we look at another builder's hut, actually. Why don't we... No, I can't squeeze it in, never mind. But if we put that here... Hopefully we can get around to that. That's nowhere near done. Right. So... Oh good, they are starting down here. So this job has been outstanding with the beavers for quite a long time. It's probably not worth setting them off and for another 24 days until this drought is over, but we will see how it goes. What I may do instead of making a giant tunnel is just making a giant ditch. Although I do like the tunnels. Oh. Maybe we'll leave it as a tunnel. Haven't decided yet. We'll have to get down into the pit at some point, so... Who's injured? There should be enough medical beds. Yeah, there's enough to get them in there, so I don't know why they're complaining about it too much. Is this empty? Yes, it is. Good. Planks. You have planks? Why can't you get planks? What are we using planks for? Other than these. And I guess the gears. Okay, fine. We may need to look at investing in some more machinery up here then. If planks are the problem, then I guess we should just chuck in some more. Unfortunately, they're not going to fit for us. Not on this side, anyway. We could bring the path out, actually. Is it worth doing? Probably not. Is it going to be just as easy to put it across here? I think so. So let's demolish this path. Get rid of those. We just lay it in somewhere else down here. So wood workshop, lumber mill. It's probably as close to the sun as we can fly, to be honest. So let's do that. Let's just put in a couple of these guys. Got a bit of dodgy path in, but it'll do. Make sure we don't delete anything but the path. That's fine. We can jut these in and out as we need to, I suppose. It won't be too much of an issue for us. That's not even built yet. Not even entertaining that. How can you not get all the materials? I can see the planks here. They're at 92. Are they pre-allocated to something else? I don't know. We'll figure that out momentarily once this is built. They're managing to build the planks over here, so that's fine, I guess. But we'll let them finish that. Has anyone built this up here? They have, so... Well, they have not, in fact, done that. Well, please, come and get it done. Border waiting. This is the start of our power. And if it's blank you want, it's blanks you shall have. This should be set to obtain and get the holders to bring that in. So once these are built, these spare beavers should go into there. Should be fine. Water is looking very good. It's nearly 11,000 to 16,000. That's fine. Just these three are empty, but these are probably going to go anyway. How are we out? There's 36 metal blocks. How can you not get those? Something weird going on here. Something very strange. Not so sure what's happening, why they can't get materials. I don't know if everything means it's pre-allocated or what. We have the logs and we have everything else. Our builder beavers. Let's have a look. Probably past it. Test center is fully staffed for. Yeah. Builder's huts. That's not even started to be built yet, and that's filled with 4 beavers. So we have 8 beavers doing stuff. Is that finally finished? Right, okay, well maybe they'll get to do other stuff now, I'm not so sure. Spin the hold up on there. Is this now done around here? Looks to be. It looks to be. So I'll let them finish off everything else. There's no point blowing it up yet anyway. So are these done now? Yes, they are. Let's kaboom those. Looking good. And I think 3 more, just for good measure. We can always use levies to sort this out if needs be. But we'll let them deal with that. It is possibly because our only storage for dynamite is up here. There must be some more, surely. Let's have a look. Yes, and... Well. Where's that one? Oh, it's down there. Okay. But it is on the other side of the map still, so okay, I can see why this is taking an age. What's going to be best here then is making something dynamite set to obtain, get it built. And with any luck, they should be able to get that sorted for us quickly. That should help them out, at least, somewhat. We'll let them get on with that. Oh, they have started this up here. Good. So, housing. This is where probably going to spam these. It would be quite nice to raise them up slightly, actually. Wonder if that's worth the resources. Probably not, but I am thinking it's going to be fun. So, can we... I mean, that's... yeah, okay. So we could, in theory, use this bottom area for farming. Planting some other crops for them to benefit from. Because we're not planting loads of stuff. We could put coffee in to make them work a bit faster. We're not doing anything with canola or soybeans. I think we're doing okay for cassavas. They're sort of holding their own at this point. And kohlrabis are pretty good, so that's okay. Look at that, beautifully green. Probably do with looking at some better storage for those, to be fair. Where are we storing those? Cassavas. Where are you? Yeah, you only need a little one. There's not too much in there. No. What have we done to... oh, is this finished now? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Aha, that explains where all of our stuff's been going. That's where the planks and the metal's gone. Mystery solved. Whoopsie daisy. Never mind. Good for the beavers. It's good for the beavers. Let's just remember that. So I think we're going to put this in. We're going to go with fermented cassavas. It's probably a bit too much to put up here, but that will give us a bit more buffer space. And if we can churn through what's in stock versus that, then it's probably going to be worth it for us. So I'm just wondering if what's going to be better for the beavers. Do we need to do anything with eggplants? Let's have a look. No, it requires a farmhouse. It's fine. Does it need... nothing in there. Do these need something? Aha, okay. It does need eggplant rations. Now what's the ratio for those? Where's that? Food factory. That's going to also need... that canola. Yes, but we do get quite a lot out of that as well. So, to that end, then, it's probably going to be best if we get another farmhouse in. I don't know why I went over there for it, but yeah, let's put another farmhouse here. We'll leave this one turned on along with all this massive amounts of corn. I will do this. Don't think it'll make too much difference, but if this guy can help these others, then all the better. Have they built this hole while they built that? Yes, they have. So, kaboom this. And now we need to run down into this giant pit. So, that's going to unfortunately mean we're going to have to get clever here. If I had the ladder mod installed, we could have made a bit of an exciting leap down, straight down, without too much hassle. But tragically, that's not installed. This is vanilla at the minute. Do I need to go down quite a way, actually? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 with some stairs. Right, okay. So I guess it's just going to have to be a case of landscaping this out, at least for now. Gonna be a bit weird and wonderful, but we'll work on it. I'm probably gonna mess this up in its entirety, but hey ho, it's a learning day for us all and the beavers. We are now out of water here, so we could happily blow up all this without too much of an issue. Let's kaboom that. Get rid of that. Let's get these picked up. High priority. Hopefully someone's on the way down. There we go. Boom this. Let's get these picked up with high priority. And then you should hopefully be able to get quite a bit more of that ripped out. Yeah, which is fine. So just delete the path on here. We can demolish that, I believe. Maybe. I don't know if we can do it from the edge, but let's find out together. Again, it's a learning day. Let's see what they can do. Obviously not now because it's middle of the night. So we have 13 days left. That we have all of this laid in. Let's kaboom all of that. Probably shouldn't have done 3 there, but whatever. Just gonna get that to be a 2 and a 1. Just get those done as well. Oh, they can do that. Oh, that's good. So we now have a little overhang here, I think. Look at that. Re-storage. What I like to see. Let's just get rid of the path. Let's just demolish this. What we will do, actually, is take an opportunity to smash this out as well. Those picked up as high priority. Ooh, slide a bit too far. Kaboom these. So, structures. Staircase, staircase, staircase. This is going to need all of my brain capacity at this point. Where is it? Maybe go down 1 more, 2 more, 3 more. It should be that we need 3. I don't know. This is thinking with portals it's not my strong suit. How far down are we then? So if that's like that, then must be a case that there needs to be 3s. So I've got to level all that off. I hope. If not, we're going to be building levees. Maybe a slight waste of time. Oh, of resources. Well, accurately. Oh good, they're done. Right, kaboom. Goodbye to this bit. And goodbye to this bit. Beautiful. So that should, in theory, give us a bit more water in here. We do need to empty this area out, but it's probably an advantage if we just strip these out. These oaks were a big part of a 10-minute idea from, well, a couple of episodes ago. I think all the way back at episode 2 or 3, maybe even 1. And it was a case of putting these in, and then we immediately had a bad side, and yeah, at that point we kind of struggled. We lost 2 beavers to the bad tide. Sad times, couldn't do anything about it. Tragic. Let's get that opened up because we need to get that in. This farmhouse is done. These guys are doing nothing. Been slacking. Let's see. So if we get some, we don't need corn. We've got enough corn for 1,000 years. So let's just plant some canola. It's got access to everything, so that's fine. And let's see how this looks here. I think we can plant on all of that. We'll see how that goes. Just go back over here. And let's see how badly I've broken this. Boom. Very, I think, is the answer, but never mind. So, again, similar theory. This needs to be a 1 and a 2. I don't know about 3. Is that 3? Oh, my brain. I apologize for anyone with absolute motion sickness. I too have motion sickness. It is a 3. So, in theory then, that should be a 3. And that, and that. Boom that. And maybe that is wonderful. Absolutely amazing. That is what we wanted. Alright, now it's down onto this level at least. No way for the beavers to get into here, but we can fix that with the power of paths. Or we could at least if this wasn't here. So, goodbye. And good luck. Need the beavers to put that in and bang. Right, so will fill this in eventually. Don't know when, but I will. So now that we can get down here, if we were a little beaver, we can start tunneling down, or at least that's the hope. So we will work on that next time. So, what we've got, 7 days left. How much water's left in here? Nothing whatsoever. Weirdly enough for that to still work, so there. Just enough for them to swim in. At least they're getting their feet wet, so that's nice. So we are going to need a place to store all of these goods. So we may as well lay those in while we're here. So I would have thought that we can... Let's say this is for eggplants. And this can be for... canola seeds somewhere. Oh, no. Canola. And I'll probably put the production up here somewhere, so I may do something fancy with some underground pipe work for that. Especially if we're going to need... Not going to grow algae yet. We'll work on that one soon. This guy's probably going to be pretty bored for the most part, but never mind. So yeah, these are about out of water now, so they're not going to work. But if this dries out, I think these will die. Yes, they will. But never mind. We have enough corn to sink the Titanic. The fermented cassavas are going up quite nicely though, so that's a nice little bonus for us. Oh yes, and a path will be very important for these to work. So, shoot. Go in there. And then we can do some shenanigans here to put some more of these in. Doesn't quite line up particularly nicely, but we'll worry about it later. But cool, right, I think it's been a bit of a longer episode than I try and aim for these ones, but hopefully you could see the vision of the tunnel coming through here, and making some improvements to the well-being of the beavers, because we are still pretty much running on crisis only food. This corn saved us pretty much big time. Water's still looking good. Not going to splash these, so that should be fine this time. With 5 days to go, we'll lose these. We lose these. But I think that'll do us for this episode. So if you have any comments, please throw them down below. Let me know what your suggestions would be. It'd be quite interesting to get something built from anyone that's watching. And then we will carry on digging this trench of trenches next time. We'll get some underground beavers digging that pit. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.